guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So we're just going to do a quick collective energy tap-in before my client gets here. I am so sorry I haven't been on in a few days. I have been non-stop, like my whole body is aching right now. My house is full of sawdust and wood. Been having stuff done in the garden and just trying to get out. I took the kids to a little festival. Oh, it's just been craziness. But yes, so I'm out again today, and I really don't want to be, but I'm out again today. And then my weekend is calm, so I'll be back on and involved properly again as of maybe tonight, but tomorrow's my body's aching. I need some rest. But I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's pushing through. You know, the sun's out, happy vibes, working with their own light and nature, bringing yourself up to a higher vibration. Yeah, you know, that summertime vibe really does help and have its effects. So let's have a little look and see what I'm so sorry guys, I'm so exhausted. Okay, let's see, collective energy please, angels, spirits, guides, workers. I feel straight off the bat there's a soul connection, soul tie, soulmate here. This is right, for those of this message is going to resonate for, this is going to be someone that you have real chemistry with. Now take that how it resonates. I feel more this is like physical chemistry, like you both really turn each other on, and when you're around each other you're both like, this feels like before there was probably any problems in the connection, you probably couldn't keep your hands off each other. It's that vibe. But take it, the message however it resonates, but this feels like a connection where there's lots of sexual, I don't know, I feel like one person's got a hold of the sexual energy now, but sorry, there's an airplane going over and I live right at the end of the runway and the window's open. Yeah, one person seems to have kind of got a hold on themselves and controlling their sexual energies, but the other one not as much. I feel like the person that's not as much is more of masculine energy, but I feel there's been problems. I'm not going to say deception, I'm going to say there has been problems, some self-sabotage happening in this connection. I'm going to say it, some people might be twin flames. The energy feels like it could be. Just because I'm feeling and seeing intense mirroring and sabotage and shadows and triggers. But both of you have worn masks in this connection regarding triggers and stuff. But I'm getting now, I feel like one person has tried to take off their mask, tried to make it more of high vibe, tried to work on things, tried to be vulnerable, tried to remove the mask. But the other person just hasn't been budging. So I feel like, I don't even call cards, it's just all channeling now. So I feel as if one person's given up, right? And has gone, I've got to do me, I need to self-love. And he's acknowledging and reaching clarity on the fact that the other person, even though they have deep love for them and see what this connection could be, the other person is refusing to do the work, okay? The masculine energy feels like they're refusing to do any work, or they might only just beginning to start looking at doing the work. And it feels like the feminine has been working through and doing some work on herself for a while. So let's see what the cards want to say. That's kind of the backlog. Right, forgiving and learning, finances and career. So basically, the main structure of this connection at the moment is people working through healing, kind of learning to forgive and focusing on their stability for themselves. Yeah, not as instability with someone. Or it could be acknowledging that, you know, if someone's not stable, they're not going to be able to create stability with you. That's a lesson. You might need to forgive yourself for not knowing that one. Past life relationship, separation. I do feel like you are in separation with this person. That can come in different formats. I feel like you are not in a commitment with this person. So you may be talking a bit not talking at all. But this all comes down to loving yourself first. For both of you. For the feminine, it's loving yourself enough to know that if someone is not giving you what you deserve, no matter how much you love them and no matter how much you try, you cannot make someone see your value. You just can't. If they can't see any value in themselves, then how are they going to see it in you? You know? You may possibly have children with this person, but there is big childhood issues and wounds that need to be dealt with more on the masculine side. I feel like the feminine, really, you would want a strong long-term commitment with this person, like marriage. But the trust has been demolished here, I feel. I feel the feminine doesn't feel safe with this masculine. Like, she felt like this was the one. She still kind of has hope, but she's just accepting that maybe this person isn't, and not going to be in this lifetime. Or, I shouldn't say that, maybe the energy feels more like, this was my one, but my one won't do the work. So I'm going to go find someone else who can be amazing, who I can create stability with. I also feel like the feminine's going to come to some kind of like, I don't know if realisation is the right word. Over the next couple of weeks, tops, there's going to be a situation, hang on, past life relationship. Love yourself first. Release your ex. True love. There's going to be something. They're just telling you to stay optimistic. Faithfulness. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the message. I think what's coming through is you might hear from them. If you're in no communication, you possibly could hear from them over the next few weeks. I get 2 massively, and it's definitely no more than 2 weeks. Could be 2 days for some of you, especially with the all the weekend. There's going to be a heart-to-heart conversation about reconciliation. I think this is all a massive lesson. Sorry, there's so many different energies. It's hard to like clear up like the message because it's different for all of you. So let me just kind of sit in it. I feel like I feel like you're gonna hear from them 2 days, 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks. For those that this is the energy resonating for. And I feel like this person is going to be more honest than they've been, but I think you've been here a few times. Sorry. I think you've been here a few times and you're taking yourself off the merry-go-round, you really are. And I feel like this is going to feel like a very different conversation to what you've ever had with this person before. Or there's going to be something, like I said, you know, I had that energy of like realisation. It's either they say something or they come forward, or maybe something else happens in 2 weeks tops, like someone else returns from your past or something. But it's definitely over the next couple of weeks that you're going to reach some kind of point of just, you're shifting the karma, you're shifting the pattern. And you're kind of breaking free out of a cycle, out of karma that's been keeping you stuck probably your whole life. And as that energy, I don't know if, I can't figure out, like I said, it's going to be a conversation for some of you. It might just be like as in someone might turn up and you talk, or it might be a phone call, or it might be via messages. But there's going to be something. Maybe you've just cleared enough that you're ready to finally choose yourself, no matter what, no matter how you feel. And that's going to be how the karma clears. That's going to be how you create the new, whether it's the door opening for your true love and real partner, no matter how you feel right now, if you feel the same person, or what happens is you finally choose you, which begins the process of the new cycle, which is of self-love on both of you. And maybe down the line, once people have healed, you kind of can come back around in healthy. I do feel like this person has a lot of deep regrets. They just have never expressed them. Yeah, so we've got reinvention, settling and surrender. And this is about, well, you reinventing yourself and the connection via choosing not to settle. Surrender to the fact that you was settling, because someone that isn't loving you correctly and fulfilling you is settling, right? And it's all to do with shadow work that was needed to be done. And I feel like this person has made you start to look at the shadow work. They do have deep regrets and want forgiveness. I feel like you have been all of this, and by choosing yourself, like whether you've already begun choosing yourself, I do feel like the feminine in this connection has really started to do her shadow work and really started trying to devote herself and love toward inwards. Like, I'm going to self-love now. I'm going to put nothing but positive into me. I need to focus on me. And I feel like by doing that, what's happening to the masculine is their whole world is just crumbling, and their whole old beliefs or their beliefs that they've had their whole life, everything about themselves, because all the shit that's been with every other ex or every other person, it's not with you. They can play 1,000 games, but you're still in the end going to choose you. It's not going to make you stay. It's not going to make you settled. You're not going to just believe the lie and forget about it. And I think this person got away with lots of that in the past with other people, and they're at a crossroads because it's fear what causes the masculine to stay stuck, because they're scared to be vulnerable, scared to be open, scared to be honest, scared to change out of their comfort zone. Please excuse baby, she's absolutely fine. She's giggling and playing. And this is a lot for this masculine. I feel it's a lot for them. They've been this way their whole life. All they've seen is this certain way of life, and then here came you. I think when this person met you, I think they knew how strong they felt, but they kind of tucked it under. And they were kind of like, yeah, I'm going to do this, but then very quickly like decided, whether they're aware that they decided or not, that it was too scary. So they kind of just created a weird reality in their mind, is how it feels. The masculine kind of just deceived themselves and told themselves, decided to believe whatever they were telling themselves so that they could just stay in their comfort zone. And that's not been allowed. This feminine hasn't allowed that, even though it's been going, this connection feels like it's been on and off, and it's had its things and it's had its dramas, but the feminine is not going to budge, and the feminine's not going to go back. Like, every time this feminine's doing that shadow work and clearing, she goes up another level. She's not going back, and the masculine can feel her slipping away. That's how it feels. The energy's like, you're slipping, you're going, and it's panic mode and crossroads for this masculine, because the masculine is like, do I be vulnerable and have to face myself, face everything and change everything I know and everything about my life? Or do I just run away? But I think this person's already tried to run away a few times and is realising they can't. So, let's finish up on these. So, 2 weeks, 2 days, no more than 2 weeks. This person's definitely watching, keeping their eye on you. It's really weird because it's like, the energy's like, I think this person might actually be quite possessive of you, but they don't show it in any way. Like, you wouldn't believe it for 1 minute. What's the manifestation? I think this person's trying to manifest you. But I feel like the feminine's just manifesting. Yeah, by creating these boundaries. I think this is what's shifting the masculines just have to face themselves. And kind of Do you know what is preparing though in this connection? I mean, if it goes to plan. Right now, this masculine is, whether they're aware of it or not, they're actually at boiling point. They're about to reach boiling point. And they could go either way. But I feel like this masculine is going to reach boiling point and realise. Well, I feel like they're always realising it, but it's like an explosion of just opening the gates. I just heard the gates of hell, because that's how much this person doesn't do emotions and being vulnerable. Maybe this is a conversation on what's going to happen in the next few weeks. This person might unload everything. And finally, the connection can reach some kind of clarity. Because they show every side, every tear, every fault, everything. And what that does is it just shifts the whole dynamic of the connection, and it clears out all the old negative energy from the past, because finally they've opened, and then it creates this new blank canvas that both of the people in this connection will start to wake up to, that, oh my God, we're healing, both of us, and can see how powerful it is. Because I feel like once you guys start to heal, by working through both each other's shit, I feel like the feminine is, but the masculine starts really jumping on board. There's a massive rebirth for this connection, and in a very different way. It's just very powerful from healing. Like, you're both not, it's going to be very different. Like, I don't think there's not going to be like rushing and jumping into bedrooms, and it's about bonding, like healing and bonding, and healing and bonding is what I feel. And then I'm seeing concrete, and I'm seeing like the mix of a concrete foundation and then laying it in the bricks. It's like solid as a rock. I really hope this masculine can just unload and finally just, I feel like both parties, when this masculine opens these gates, just honestly, when I say the lift of pressure that both parties are going to feel. So I feel like the feminine just feels constantly blocked, pushed out, like she gets to a point and then there's no, because I feel like this masculine is just so guarded, keeps so many people out, plays so many toxic games, just can't be vulnerable. But it's because of all of this stuff that this masculine is going to unload in the next couple of weeks at some point. I think it's going to be hard for the feminine to hear, but she's going to just let her masculine unload and then kind of go from there. I actually think she's going to need some time to process, because it feels like she's going to be bombarded with so much information. It's like, I just need a minute. And then I feel once that happens, everything just feels like air and flowy. So this connection's been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of masks has been worn, intentions weren't great, but the intentions didn't feel like they were great at all, but it's just shadow energy. So a masculine may have been doing some pretty shitty, horrible things, but it's all because of their shadow and how they were masking themselves and pretending they didn't care and being horrible and doing stupid things. And then the feminine, I think this feminine has reached a point where she actually just thinks, okay, you was my one. I thought you were my one. I'm open to whatever the universe wants to give me. I'm going to just do me. Like, I can't, like, I think this feminine's very on the fence. Like, she feels deep in her soul that the connection is strong, but she, in her mind and in physical life, she just thinks this person's just like literally doesn't have any feelings for her. And it's a very confused energy, because her soul picks up on the vibration of what's real, but what she sees in physical, what she gets told by the masculine, how the action of the masculine treats her, it's very confusing. So she's learned that it's too much turmoil and is self-loving and removing, and that's what she's been doing. But that's what's going to jolt this masculine into unloading, because he knows. I think he feels. I don't know if this masculine even understands that that's what's going on, but this masculine will be feeling a very like there's pressure and can't get out of their head, because it's building, the energy's building, because the fear for the masculine is that the feminine's going, but I don't think the masculine understands that in the mind. It's just the soul is feeling the energy that the feminine's moving away from me. I've got to do something. I've got to like change how I'm living, my behavior, everything towards this. Like, I've tried playing this game. This is what it feels like. This masculine has played so many games. Like, I've tried confusing my feminine. I've tried making my feminine jealous. I've tried fucking off for however many months and coming back. My feminine is not shifting. My feminine is not going to sit in a box and give me everything that I want her to do the way every other ex has done in all my toxic games. And that's the realisation for this masculine, because it's not enough. No game, no anything is going to work other than being open, honest and vulnerable and starting to heal. So it's whether the masculine can face themselves and heal, literally. That's it. I'm going to jump off now because my client's going to be here soon, and I'll sort the baby out quickly. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. It takes you 2 seconds, but really helps me, and it helps that energy to connect, so more of my videos will resonate. Yeah, so have a lovely day. I'll try and be back on later. If not, I'm on all weekend for you guys. Okay, but in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.